Hello Facebook Ads people, I'm Konstantinos, and today I'm going to show you how an ad agency took an account that I was managing from this to this. If you're watching my podcast, you know this story already. I have analyzed it extensively over there, but I wanted also to make a video because some of you are not going to watch the podcast and you're going to watch the video. So I want to warn people about the Facebook ad agencies, what is there and how they're doing Facebook ads so that we can all be on the same page. First of all, I'm a freelancer that is always on Upwork and I'm watching what is happening there. I can tell you that 90 or 80% of the job post is actually not from business owners but from agency owners. What is the concept over here? Having an agency is the new dropshipping model. So back in the day, we were having the dropshipper model from Tai Lopez or whoever was the one that was pushing and saying that you can make money without doing basically nothing. The same concept applies also here, and they're trying to teach to people that you can have an agency, you're just going to hire a Konstantinos or someone like Konstantinos, he's going to do all the work and you're going to take the money just being the CEO of an agency. And of course, I'm not saying that there are not serious agencies out there, but there are even problems with the serious ones, which I'm going to explain. But I'm telling that there are so many agencies out there that they are coming from very young people that they just want to be the new hustlers, and they're being taught on how to actually getting clients and not doing nothing. And as a business owner, let me tell you that if you don't know or if you don't have a skill, especially at the start of your career, if you're not rich already, you're not going to make any money. Okay, so what is the situation? We are having the agencies, and I can tell you that there are a lot of people that they have very bad experience with the agencies, and it's because there are so many people out there that they say that they can do Facebook ads when they actually don't know how to do Facebook ads. The problem with the agencies is that most of the times when you are having someone who is going to show you a case study or whatever, you're going to like it and then you're going to work with the agency, but you are going to see that they're not going to answer to you in time. They are going to have these corporate stupid meetings every week. They're going to have some stupid messages sending you here and there. You're not working one-on-one with a freelancer. And even on the agencies that I'm working, this is my only rule that I put, that I'm not going to work for you if I'm not having direct communication with the client, working one-on-one. And of course, I'm working for some agencies, not a lot, just some of them that I know that I can cooperate and we can have a very good service. Instead of having just a weekly meeting, I'm always having a constant communication with the client and so on. Now, the problem with agencies is that when you're going to see a case study, you're going to see one of their success story and not all of their fails. Their model is that they're working with volume and not with quality. It's completely different from what I do. I try to have very good clients, and I'm trying to always talk to them and try to see if they're having a good business and stuff. If someone is dropshipper, for example, I'm not going to take him. If I see that they're having a very big business model and their numbers doesn't make any sense, I'm not going to take them. Why? Because I don't believe in their project, and it's totally fine. They can find someone else who is going to believe in their project. But for me, to put my time in an account that I don't think that it has potential, it doesn't make any sense. So the agencies work in a completely different way. They're going to take anyone, okay? Because for them it's a game of volume, and some of those are going to work, some of those are not going to work, and they're taking clients, and they are managing them with the least possible work. And let me tell you how this is working. So you're talking with the guy that is going to close you in the agency, and he's going to be the guy that's going to be a sales guy, which is going to convince you with all of these case studies and everything. But then you are not going to work directly with the person who's going to do the ads, and they're going to delegate the job, and it's going to be someone that it really depends on the agency, but most probably they are not going to know how to do Facebook ads. So you're going to start having your Facebook ads done, but they're doing the least possible work because most of them, they're just going to do one campaign with one ad set, the budget that they actually want to spend, just so that they can sort it out of the way and they can start spending, so that you will not have the excuse of telling them why you're not spending. Not even complex strategies like the ones that we're teaching here, crazy method, CBO optimization, different budgets, different interests, lookalikes, whatever. It's going to be a very flat plan that they're going to try to imply, and always are going to push the concept of consolidation because it's helping them a lot to actually do one campaign with one ad set in 20 accounts instead of doing crazy methods, stack lookalikes and all of that in several accounts, which is going to take them a lot of time. It is not sustainable for them. So the agencies are taking some people that they don't know how to do Facebook ads most of the time, and they say that they know because they don't care, because they just want to pay them $200, $300, $400 so that they can do the ads, and they are going to take all of the money for themselves. And after that, you're having very bad results, and it's all of this circle again and again from people coming to me and say,
I had a very bad experience with an agency.
I had a very bad experience with an agency.
There are also some good agencies that they exist out there. For example, I'm working in 2 of them and we're having very good results with our clients. But most of the agencies, they're having very bad results for the clients, and they are actually destroying all of our product and the way that we are working and the credibility that we are having. And the problem here is that you cannot prove to people that you know about Facebook ads. This is the issue. So since you're not studying about it, or it's being based completely on your experience, the only thing that you can show is a case study. And let me tell you that if you take 50 clients, one of them is going to work and you can make a very good case study out of it, which you are going to present to all of the people. The point is, can you show actually now, if someone comes to me, I can show to him 10 accounts that are working right now, not just a case study in a PDF. Just when you're working with an agency, ask them to see actual ad accounts. Try to see what they are doing in the ad accounts. Ask them about their plan. Ask them how many campaigns are they doing. If you see that they're actually putting the effort and the work, then work with them. Last note about that. Even the good agencies, they have the team A, B, and C most of the times, or D, or whatever. So they're starting you as a new client. If they don't think that you are a good client with a very good ad account or whatever, they're going to start, or they're not taking enough money out of you, they're going to put you in team B or C. If they see that it's not doing well, it's not working with the team B, then they're going to promote you to the team A in order to try to save you and stuff. The problem is that the team A most probably is working with very big ad accounts, and these big ad accounts, they make them to not see the reality for the smaller accounts. Because when you're having, and we also discussed about this in the channel, when you're having the advertisements of Coca-Cola, it's very easy to do ads because they're going to work anyway. So when you're having a very big brand, even if you do one ad set in one campaign with big budget, it's going to work, okay? The point is how much better you can do it and what kind of ROAS you can get, how much scaling you can do. These are the questions that you need to answer when you're working with a very big company that is already established. But when you're working with a smaller company, the situation is completely different, and you're trying to see if you can make it work, if you can make some ROAS, if you can start training their pixel, which is a completely different discussion from working with an account which is actually having results in the season pixel. So when we're talking about big agencies that they work with big accounts, I can tell you that if you're having a smaller business, which is starting now, or it's not having these crazy spends like 500K or 1 million per month, then that means that these agencies are not going to treat you well because you're not ready with your pixel and everything in order to work with them, and most probably it's going to be also, again, a waste of time. I have extensive experience with agencies. There are a lot of people that they don't even have clients, and they come to me and they talk to me and they say, when I'm going to get clients, I want to onboard you, which I'm not even considering of doing. And there are serious agency owners that I have talked, and they are my friends also, some of them. And I can tell you that yes, there are agencies that are working, but for me, the real benefit of an agency is this: don't hire an agency which is doing just Facebook ads. There's no point for that. Just hire a freelancer who is doing Facebook ads. Hire an agency if you want a complete package. If you want Google ads, if you want Facebook ads, if you want TikTok ads, if you want the creatives, if you want email marketing, SMS marketing, and take it the whole as a package if you don't want to look for the different freelancers. This is the true value of an agency, okay? And if you don't know any agency that can do all of that and you have a big account enough in order to have all of these things, I can suggest you 1 or 2 if you send me a message. But other than that, if it is only for Facebook ads, work with a freelancer. It doesn't have to be Konstantinos. Just find a person that is going to be good and it's going to actually work very well with you, where you're going to have a very good cooperation, and you don't need an agency for that because the agencies are also going to overcharge you. So there are good and bad agencies, you just need to find them, and also you need to know what you are asking from them. And let's go now to the story of what happened with me and the other agency. So I'm having a client for the past 2 or 3 years, I don't remember. Very good results, but he got convinced it doesn't matter that an agency, a very famous agency, which I'm not going to name, that is going to help him scale. Another thing that these agencies are doing is that they're promising so many stuff in order to convince you to go with them. Some of the people that they are teaching you how to have an agency, they are teaching them also that you should work for free and then get paid with percentages and stuff like that, which is also a very bad sign. When you see an agency promising a lot of stuff, or they say that we will get paid just with percentages and stuff, it's just desperate agencies that they just want to find a job, and they're just hustlers that they are just trying to get someone to work with them, and if it's going to work, they're going to get paid. So that was the case with this agency. They promised too much. The account owner fell for it, and they started doing ads. I was watching the account for the past month, and I wasn't talking to him because I didn't want to influence or try to mess with their work. I want him to have a very clear opinion. Of course, he told me that this is just a test for him, and he doesn't want me to go out of the account because we're working together for so much time, for so much long time. And the thing is that I have seen that what they have done in the past, let's say 25 days, it was all about doing some testing, which actually spent, by the way, in this account I was getting 2.5 to 3 ROAS by spending 100k per month. They were trying to spend the same amount of money. They were doing an ABO testing, which I'm totally against because I'm telling you to go immediately to dynamic creative ads and test while you're having sales. They were just doing an ABO. They were just spending 25k, I believe, just in testing with 1 ROAS. Okay, so my thought was, how are you going to make all of this money from the testing? Because you're testing like a crazy with 25k spending, having 1 ROAS, and the return is not there. So when are you going to stop it, first of all? You're doing this, for how long do you need to test in order to know? From these testings, there were no winners to go out and actually try to scale them. There was nothing there. And my idea, it was that from what I could see, they didn't respect the money that they were spending. So they didn't care. For them, it was just another 2-3k per day that they were spending without caring if they're going to make it back or not. Second thing, I could see very big spends with just one ad set, consolidation method, and of course, as I said earlier, consolidation method is something that Facebook is proposing, so it's very convenient for the agencies to go and say that, okay, I'm going to do only consolidation because this is the best practices from Facebook. Total BS. We don't care about the best practices of Facebook, we care about what is working. And it's very convenient because they just go, they do one campaign with one ad set, big budget, no optimization, nothing, you just leave it there. Which means that, and at the end of the day, I'm thinking, if this is our role, if we are doing just one ad set with one campaign and whatever, why we are doing Facebook ads? Just because someone doesn't know how to actually navigate within the ads manager? We should be better than that. We should do more stuff. We should do more ad sets, CB optimization, more complex strategies, whatever. Okay, not just one ad set with a big budget and just leave it just because it's better for us. If it was like this, I could have 50 accounts. I could just do one ad set with in one campaign over there, one retargeting, boom, that's it. I can have 50 accounts. I can have 50 clients like that. And this is what they actually want. They want to have so many clients by just putting the minimum effort. And then I could see the names, for example, I could see the messages that they were sending to my client. And if you see, it was just, most probably it's a template that they were using, and it was all about positivity. And when you read this message, you are thinking, oh my God, this person should work at least 15 hours on the account. And then you go on the account and you see all of that. So just to recap on that and tell you how it ended, zero creativity, going and putting one strategy that maybe worked in another account in just this one, consolidation for no reason, testing crazy amounts of money without caring if they're going to make this money back, don't appreciating the budget that the owner is giving, and don't caring about the business. For them, it was just another account that they were just doing ads. If it's going to stay, it's good. If it's going to leave, it's okay. And all of these messages of positivity and stuff without actually, they were saying messages like, we're doing well and we're doing this. Bullshit. They were doing nothing actually, okay? And the problem is that in most cases, when I go to accounts and I talk about people that they had bad experience with agencies, even when the agency looks extremely extremely, how can I say? Περίμενα. Μην το κλείσεις. Credible. So even if the agency is looking extremely credible because of their social media or their case studies and stuff, at the end of the day, what I told to you and you should do is you should ask them to see actual live accounts with business, with the people that they're doing the ads, and ask this specific person to do your ads, or it's no deal for you. Or work with a freelancer, or if you want a full package, work with an agency that actually worth it. Let me tell you how it ended up with them. In Black Friday, they started one campaign, just one campaign. They did one campaign and that was it, and one retargeting. And the owner came to me because he said, we're going to lose the whole Black Friday. What am I going to do? So I said, okay, I'm going to do ads. And of course, I did ads with crazy method. I know the account, of course, okay? It was easy for me because I know what to do in this account. For the past 2 years, it's my little baby. So I went immediately, I did the ads, and the results were remarkable, okay? And the ads did like shit. The good part is that the owner decided to stop with them and continue with me, which is actually a very good also boost for my confidence, because sometimes you're having the YouTube channel, I have you guys that you're saying, thank you Konstantinos for this and that. Then I'm having some good accounts and stuff, but for me, other advertisers coming, failing, where I have succeeded immensely, and them failing, and then me taking the ad account back is a very big boost of confidence, and it really helps me to continue, do whatever I do. Anyway, that was the story with the agency. It's a long video, but it was a good story that I wanted to say. Don't forget that if you want to learn more about Facebook ads, you can check my book or my free course. If you have a good business, you can work with me, send me an email, we will see the details. And if you want to work with an agency because you need email marketing and all of this kind of stuff that you need, let me know. I can hook you up with some good agency owners. Until we meet again, be creative and be consistent, guys.